Alright, hello everyone and welcome to today's video. Today's video is going to be a little bit different from our previous two videos. Today we are going to do some beginner crochet for left-handed people. So I've got a couple of people who wanted to learn how to crochet, but they're lefties and they have a hard time finding left-handed people to learn from. So I said I would make a tutorial on how to do some of the basic stitches so that you can watch someone who does it left-handed as well. So for today I am using just some medium worsted weight yarn. This is I Love This yarn, super soft, super savings. It is a number 4 medium weight, and it recommends a 5mm or 5.5 crochet hook. I have a 5mm here. I use a small crochet hook for most of my stuff, but I like a nice tight stitch. Today's tutorial though is about learning the stitches, so I'm going to use this 5mm hook and I'm going to teach you how to do the basic stitches. And in the next video we'll learn a couple more advanced tutorial techniques about creating a magic ring and starting amigurumi projects and working in rounds. But today, just the stitches. So to start off, you are going to make a slip knot, and what I do is I wrap the yarn end around my needle. I'm coming behind the end on my hook, and I just grab the yarn and pull it through the one on my hook. That gives me a slip knot. Other people may do it differently, but this is what works for me. So I'm just teaching you my way of doing things. This can vary from person to person. A lot of people do crochet techniques in different ways. So this is a slip knot. This is where you're going to start. So if you are forming a blanket that works in rows, or if you're doing a pot holder, a dishcloth, something small like that, this is going to be the first step. You're going to loop onto your hook, and most often you're going to start with a chain. In order to do that, you're going to loop around your thread and you're going to pull through the hook again. Now that is going to create a chain for you, and it looks like a little heart if you look at it up closely. So here it is. It looks like a little heart. That is one chain, and you're going to do that as many times as it calls for. So we're going to do 10. That one's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're actually going to do one more because this chain is going to act as our lead into our next row. So we've got 11 little hearts formed in our chain. This is 11 chain stitches. And what we're going to do when we go into our next round is we're going to skip this first one, which is why we did 11 and not 10. And we're going to go into the next one. So what you want to do is there is a top and a bottom to this. And the way I do it is I go right into the top hump of that heart. And this is what we're going to do, a single crochet. In the US it's a single crochet. I believe it's a double crochet in UK terms, but we're gonna stick with the US terminology. This is the single crochet. So when you loop over and you pull it through, you've got 2 pieces of yarn on your hook. You're gonna loop over again and you're gonna pull your hook through both of those things. That is one single crochet stitch, and that is going to form right there in your chain. You're going to do that all the way across. So let's do that again. You're going to go through that top bump. We're going to loop over, come back through, and we've got 2 on there. We're going to loop over and pull through both. All right. When you go through the next chain, this is called yarning over. Yarn over, come back, yarn over, and go through. And you're going to do that all the way to the end. So you will have 10 single crochets when you get to the end. I'm going to do that now. Okay, so now we have gotten to the end of our row and we have 10 stitches left over. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 in our row. and you're going to see the little hearts are formed on top of the stitch this time. So that's how you count your stitches. To get up to the next row, you are going to chain 1, just like that. You're going to move your hook, turn your work around, put your hook back in, and then you're going to work in the opposite direction. So skip your chain and go underneath both. The only one that you don't do both, and you can do both if you want to, that depends on who you're talking to. So now you're going to go under both of the stitches in the single crochet below, both loops. Pull up and do your single crochet, and you're going to work that all the way to the end. So the next one, go under both loops and do your single crochet. Go under both loops, and there you go. And you're going to work that all the way across, and depending upon how long your chain is, you're just going to work that way back and forth. And then I suggest doing several rows of this so that you just get into the motion. And once you have a couple of rows, the yarn itself will stop curling and stop bending. It'll be a lot easier to hold on to, and you'll get into a rhythm of making these single crochets. But that is how you do all of the following rows for a single crochet. And you can make anything like little pot holders, little things that you sit hot pots on, and washcloths and things like that, with something just as simple as going back and forth with a single crochet. And when you get to the other end, you still have 10 stitches on your thing. All right, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to chain 1, and this time we're going to come around, and I'm going to show you how to do a half double crochet next. All right, so a half double, instead of just going straight into the hook, you're going to yarn over and then go through your hook, or go through your stitch. Yarn over and come back. This time you have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over like you would a single crochet, and you're going to pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and that is a half double crochet. It is just that simple. So I'm going to do it again. We're going to yarn over, we're going to go through the next stitch, yarn over and pull back. We've got 3 on our hook, yarn over and pull through. That is a half double crochet, and we're going to do that all the way to the end of our thing again. So yarn over, go through, yarn over, come out. Okay, so we have made it through to the end of this row, and now we have 10 half double crochets on our hook. To get up to the next row, you can chain 1, or in this case we're going to chain 2 to get up to the next one, because what we're going to do next is a double crochet, and it's just a little bit of a taller stitch. Every time you go up a stitch, it's going to get a little bit taller. So for a double crochet, I tend to chain 2, that way it doesn't mess with the height of our first one. So a double crochet, what we're going to do is we're going to yarn over just like the half double. We're going to go through that first stitch, skip your 2 chains, don't go into those. We're going to yarn over and come through again. Same thing, we've got 3 loops on our hook, but this time when we pull through, we're going to pull through 2 of those, and then we're going to yarn over again and pull through the final 2. So that is how we're going to work that. I'm going to do it again for you. We're going to yarn over, we're going to go into the next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through. Now we have 3. Let me grab some more yarn here. Now we have 3 loops on our hook, and we're going to pull through, yarn over and pull through the first 2, yarn over and pull through the second 2. That is a double crochet. So one last time, yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over and come through 2, yarn over, come through the final 2. That is your double crochet. All right, we're going to do that all the way to the end, and then I will see you at the end of the row, and we'll do a treble crochet. All right, there we have it. We have 10 double crochets on our hook. So you can see the single crochet is nice and thin. The half double is a little bit thicker, and then this one is just a little bit taller than the previous row. So we're just moving up in size. And now what we're going to do is called a treble or a triple crochet. So on our chain, we're going to chain 3 this time. We're going to flip our work. Okay, so we have our chain 3 on the hook, and now we are going to do the treble crochet. So for this one, you're going to yarn over twice before going into the stitch. We're going to go into the first stitch, yarn over, come back through, and this time you have 4 loops on your hook. You are going to yarn over, pull through 2, you're down to 3 on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, you're down to 2 on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through those final 2, and that is your treble crochet or triple crochet, whichever way you want to call it. All right, so you're yarning over twice, go through your stitch, yarn over, come through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, and pull through the final 2. That is your triple crochet right there, and you're going to do that all the way across your 10 stitches. I will see you at the end of this row. Alright, so now we have gone all the way across, and you can chain 3, go up and make another round. You can chain 2, go back to your half double crochets or your double crochets. You can go back down to chaining 1, go back to your single crochet, and then you just practice these basic stitches over and over until you get into a good rhythm with working with the yarn. You can try out different size hooks to see what that will do. So a smaller hook is going to cause a smaller stitch no matter what yarn you're working with. So if you want to play around with what size hook feels good to you, then go for it. If you like a nice loose stitch, then you can go with a bigger one. If you like a nice tight stitch, then you can go with a smaller hook. But just play around and get comfortable with these basic stitches, and then in the next video we'll go over some more advanced techniques and some more difficult things. We'll do a magic ring, we'll start to work in a round, and I will show you increases, decreases, and things like that. So if there's a particular stitch that you would like to know about, or something in regards to crochet that you would like to see more of, drop those in the comments below, and I will see you in the next video. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Tap the notification bell so that you're informed each time I upload new content, and I will see you in the very next video. Bye. Now I just want to give a quick shout out and thank you to each and every one of my patrons. Without you, I would not be able to do this for a living. So thank you so much for your support. If you would like exclusive coloring pages, prints, creature cards, and all kinds of fun line work, then check out the Patreon link in the description box below.